Hi guys, and welcome to my first ever weekly Friday tea time. Now when I say weekly, I mean probably weekly, and when I say Friday, I mean around the weekend-ish, but hopefully you get the idea. Basically a weekly update-ish on what I've been doing. So Cologne, I have been here officially a week now, and it has been so much fun. It's really different to Berlin and Hamburg, which I really appreciate. It's nice to be somewhere very different to both of those two cities, which is where I've spent most of my time so far in Germany. I've also really landed on my feet with my housemates. Marie and Muggy are absolutely brilliant. They're really nice. I've spent a lot of time hanging out with them, having dinner, going for a drink or something like that. We've just been doing loads of stuff, and I was a bit paranoid about bringing my camera in, all my camera stuff, and thought they might find me weird, but they've totally got on board, and everybody wants to get involved and make something. Muggy's friends want to go and do a German food tasting and beer tasting session in a beer hall somewhere and bring the cameras. And Marie wants to help me out with this video about tea and drinking tea in Germany, which I think could be quite a good one. I think that one's got legs. And the other day, me and Muggy made this just for fun.
Köln 50667, meine Stadt, mein Bezirk.
See, I have no idea what I'm going to do with that footage and why it exists, but it was really fun to make and I'm glad that I have it. Anyway, I love being back in Germany in general. I love speaking German. I think when I first arrived, I was probably a bit overconfident because, I arrived thinking, I know this German rubbish, I can do this easy. It means that I've actually made a lot more mistakes than I think I really need to. I've had to make a real effort to try and slow down my pace of speech, because as soon as I start trying to, join in the fun and match everybody else's pace, I start putting words in the wrong order. And that said, I've found that it's been really easy to make myself understood and to understand what other people are saying. There are still misunderstandings, but they're rare. But the problem is when they do come, because both sides are so confident in what they're saying to each other, a misunderstanding can actually be much worse than it would be normally. So for example, the other day, Marie asked me if I like listening to music all the time in my room. And I was like, oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. And I realised I must have said something wrong because the look on her face was like... And it turns out that she had actually been asking me if it annoyed me when she played music in her room, to which I had just comprehensively agreed straight away and without thinking. So that sort of stuff still happens, that's always going to happen, but it's not awful, it's not the end of the world, And I just need to remember it's only day 3, I was thinking the other day, I was like, oh God, I really need to watch some more German films to get into it. I need to listen to another audiobook or something. It's like, well, Tom, you live in Cologne now. You live in a German film. You don't need to worry about trying to supplement your life with more Germanness. It's as German as it's going to get. So I really can't wait to see what the difference will be in my German between now and the end. I'm working on the concept for that because I would like to capture that progress. I'm just not sure of the best way. I can add it to my list of New Year's resolutions anyway, something to think about. Which brings me rather neatly onto the resolutions section of Friday Tea Time. So I did a video about this which went online a couple of days ago, New Year's resolutions for language learners, and it was really fun to make that, and I am actually managing to stick to most of those goals myself, which is quite good. Apart from booking the trip, I haven't booked a trip to go and speak a foreign language somewhere, but I'm also doing it, so maybe I've done that one. Anyway, I also went for a run the other day, and I also ate a salad the other day. So, new year, new me, it's happening. Other objective, though, this year, and an important one, is to get a job to help me out while I'm here in Cologne. And so the first thing on the list was to write a CV, which I had, and then translate it into German, which my housemates helped me out with. I printed off a bunch of copies and then walked around Cologne trying to hand it out to as many places as possible. And I'm going about this the same sort of way that I would find a bar, restaurant, cafe that I would want to go to. It's going on Google Maps, trying to find stuff with a high rating, all the places that I've already got favorited as places that I want to go. It could mean that I end up working somewhere that I genuinely really like and really want to be at anyway. Could also mean that every time I go to a restaurant for the next 6 months that I like in Cologne, I'm going to be horribly disappointed and reminded of the fact that they didn't hire me. It actually went pretty well, and there was a guy in a cafe who really liked my CV, really thought it stood out. He didn't actually work for the cafe, he was just sitting next to me when I was in the cafe drafting the CV, but nevertheless I took strength from that. But I've got a good feeling about it, and I'm starting to sense that if I do end up with a really nice job that I'm working on, I could see myself extending my stay here in Cologne, finding a new flat when this one ends, and really spending a decent amount of time here, really bossing that German. All of this job finding malarkey, I'm trying to balance against still making lots of videos, lots of vlogs. I've set myself a bit of a soft target of doing 2 a week. Don't hold me accountable to that, internet. I know what you're like. A soft target, okay? Soft target. It's an objective. But I have been filming loads, especially with my drone. Now that I've got the drone, I love it. I'm flying it all the time. In fact, when I was doing that job hunt, I took the drone out with me so that I could have like a cheeky drone break. So far, I've done 3 cafes, a bar, a hostel, and an Irish pub. But either way, that's a lot of places and a lot of CVs. So I think both I and you, viewer, deserve a bit of a drone break. It's really, really fun, and I'm pretty sure it's allowed. I think I'm allowed to do it. Actually, let's commit to that. Okay, here is some of my favourite drone B-roll footage that I've taken just out and around so far in Cologne. Right, that seems like a pretty place to stop the video for today, and I have officially finished my tea now, so tea time is over. I would love to know what you think about this format. I'd be really interested in what you think works and doesn't work. I want to set up some way of every week letting you guys know how I'm getting on. So do send me your thoughts down in the comments. I'm also really want to put up some stuff of me actually speaking German in Germany. I've got loads of ideas of videos that will involve German in them, and they are coming, don't worry. There's a massive list of stuff I need to get around to filming. But until then, as always, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe up here if you are not already. Remember to leave me a comment, and I will see you next time. Cheers.